Dimitria.
Hi.
How you feel about everything?
Well, I was very excited when I first saw my home after it was remodeled.
What inspired you to remodel your space?
Well, I started going into my friends' homes that were purchasing new homes, and I knew that I had a very beautiful home, a custom home, but it began to grow old on me. But I didn't want to move because of the prices of the homes now, and so I felt like you're getting less home, more money. But my home is nice, spacious, so I started looking at trends, and I knew that I couldn't take on this project myself. I didn't want to be burdened with trying to figure things out. So I reached out to Decor USA, and they were able to get me together very quickly. The team is such a visionary. I came out with a few ideas as to roundabout how I wanted it to look, and then they just went from there. They took my ideas and ran with it, and so I was able to choose. I had a lot of influence, input, but my designer took it to a magical place.
Why did you choose our company for this project?
So many years ago, and I actually tried to get you all to remember this, but I came into your storefront probably about 10 years ago to get shades. I just kind of looked up like, okay, let me find someone to do shades because I have big open windows in my home. So at the time I didn't do it, but then I knew when I walked into the storefront, they were super friendly, warm, welcoming. And so I always kept that in my brain. And of course, at that time, I wasn't financially where I needed to be. So once I got there, first phone call I made, and my blinds and my shutters, well, my blinds were done, and then the draperies were done. And so they were able to handle that, and so I called back.
How was your experience working with our team?
Oh my gosh, super lovely. I honestly felt like family. I can honestly say I wasn't pressured about anything. They were very understanding. They had several different phases. I was prepared. They would tell me, hey, construction will be in your home from a timeline. They gave me a timeline, a practical timeline, and they actually superseded it. So even when my house was under major construction, very neat, very clean, cleaned up after each day. So I was still able to utilize my home and function in my home, and only had to give up the part that they were working on.
How do you feel about the final result?
So I can honestly say I had the wow factor. Yay! When I walked into the home, and I was just like, oh my goodness. As a matter of fact, I was out of town, and my children called me, and they were on FaceTime with my husband. And my husband was like, where are the kids at? Whose house are they at? He didn't even recognize the sitting area. He didn't recognize it. So completely transformed, up to date, trendy, love it. And I can't tell you the amount of compliments that I get when people come into my home. It's beautiful, but yet very functional.
Would you recommend our company to others?
10 times over, especially with the customer service. I was able, and they work with you, so pretty much anything that you wanted, I think that they can make your dreams come true. With any design, I think you can give a roundabout and just say, hey, here's a picture of what I want, and the creativity just begins to flow. So not only is that picture what you want, they maximize it 10 times over with far exceeding your expectations.
Is there anything else you would like to share with us about your experience?
Yes, I want to thank you all for making my home again, because I actually did consider moving. You guys need to go into the home channel, the HGTV channel, because I just feel like you're compassionate, you love what it is that you do, you're easy to work with, and your prices are great. So I love that part of it, because price is always a factor in anything that we do. But I honestly can say that you all were very professional, provided invoice and kept me up to date what I needed to do next. I love the fact that you guys phase out everything. Everything is a phase, and you're telling me each step of the way, okay, this is what we're gonna do next. We're gonna bring this in. We'll expect this to be arriving by this date. So amazing work. So absolutely I would recommend, and I actually would like to work through my entire home.
Thank you, Dimitria. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.